Alright, this is a quick example on setting up a drawing and then using your master title block for that new drawing. So the first thing you do when you receive a new drawing assignment in AutoCAD is you'll open up your master title block. As you can see at the top up here, I have a master title block file opened up. Next thing you will do is you'll immediately do a save as, and you'll save it as the project that you're working on, and right down here is the file name. Up here is where I'm going to save it at. So I'm going to go back to my desktop where I have a DFTG 1305 file, and I'm going to save it in that. I'm going to rename it to the new project, which is I'm going to name this, go ahead and name this Final Project. And then I'm going to put my initials in it as well. And I like putting the date that I created it in there just for reference in the file name. That's up to you, but make sure you have your name and name or initials in there. And then after I complete that, I'll go ahead and hit save. I know it's going to my file folder there, and I know it's going to be called this new file name. And as you can see at the top, it is the master title block. At the top there is master title block drawing, but now I'm going to save it as Final Project. So I do save, and now it's renamed to the Final Project DT 6-11-20. And my master title block is tucked away in the file folder. Alright, so now we determine what size sheets or sheet that we'll be using for the project. So we know for the master, or for the final project, we'll be using the D sheet 24 by 36. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select the 8.5 by 11, and I'm left click on it, and I'm going to delete that. Do the same thing to the 11 by 17, and finally the C sheet 17 by 22. Left click on the tab and hit delete, hit OK. Now I have one sheet, so now I know for the project I'm going to end up having 5 sheets. So I will hit the little left click on the 24 by 36 that's left, right click, and go move or copy. When I see this window, I make sure I hit create a copy and OK. And I'm going to do that 3 more times. Move or copy, hit the checkbox, OK. Again, move or copy, left click, and then right click, move or copy, create a copy, OK. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more time. Left click, right click, move or copy, select copy, create a copy, and OK. Now I have 5 sheets, and they're named copies of this 24 by 36. What I would do first is fill out on your main one before you start doing this. We filled out some of the information on the title block and border on the previous ones, but I would fill out as much information as you can and get rid of the gray areas as we did in the previous session, editing the title block. Alright, so now that I've done that, if you saw the email or the announcement that went out about the final project, we know that we have 5 sheets, and they're going to be named as follows. I'm going to rename these tabs, and rename. I'm going to name this cover for cover sheet. Next one is site plan. Left click on it, right click on it, and go to rename. Site plan. Next one will be our floor plan. Left click on it, right click on it, rename. That's going to be floor plan. next one is going to be north and south elevations. I'm going to put NS space EL. For north-south elevations, renaming, they don't like to put any type of special characters in there, so just making that simple. Left click, right click, and rename. And then east, EW for east and west, and space LEL for elevations. And left click out of that, and now I'm completed. I have my 5 sheets for my final project. I have my file name up there. And just as a side note, over to model space, this is where you're going to do all your work. You're going to do your cover sheet here. You're going to do your site plan here. You're going to do your floor elevation, or your floor plan here, and north and south elevation, east and west elevation, all in one drawing. The only thing with this setup is to make sure you back it up each time you've completed some of the work. Each time, not each week, but each time. And that way you'll have it in 2 places, the most recent work, in case AutoCAD decides to crash or you cannot access this file. So hopefully that will help you out on this and setting up the sheets for any project, new project. Again, open master title block first and do a save as immediately. All right, email me with any questions. Thanks so much for listening.